Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Friday, November 20th, 2015. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Earlier this year, the Nevis Island Administration, through an arrangement with the Nevis Housing and Land Development Corporation, undertook a project to extend two of the piers in the Charlestown Harbour. The work was contracted to St. Kitts Marine Works Limited and is supervised by owner Reginald Francis. Yesterday, Thursday, November 19th, we visited the Charlestown waterfront and observed some of the ongoing work.
In about 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be out of here. We start stripping off the forms in about 2 weeks. It'll take us about a week to take them off. Then we have all the dressing up to do, putting on the cleats, putting on the light posts and the lights and all that stuff. What we'll be doing also, we'll be wrapping the piles. That's an ongoing process. That'll take about another week by itself. But in the meantime, the pier could be fully used. That's something that's not been done, but that was in the past. But doing that will extend the life of the piles substantially. So we decided to do that to show that, give a long life for the project. We lowered, as you'd realize with the pier over there, we lowered it because the standard for the cruise ship tenders, the pier they had in the past was too high. We've also made it a lot stronger. Where you'd see 2 piles across, we have 3 piles across. They would have concrete piles that are corroded. We have steel piles filled with concrete. So we have best of both worlds with steel cages inside added on also. So we're just really giving a top-notch job so no one could ever complain about our work and show that locals could do it better.
Chairman of the Nevis Housing and Land Development Corporation and Minister, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, was on scene and was extremely happy at the progress. He said this is important as the island will welcome the first cruise call for the 2015-2016 season with the Star Clipper on Sunday.
This pier is ready to be used. As a matter of fact, the first 50 feet that was poured, there is a docking point there that is ready to be used. So if we have a cruise ship call tomorrow, then they can certainly use that portion of the pier. But I will think that we have done a reasonable job in terms of getting this ready for the full cruise season, which is just about started, but I believe we'll have more frequent calls over the next 3 weeks thereabout. And that was the commitment made to have this ready for the cruise season. And I want to say how pleased I am with the work that was done by the St. Kitts Marines work.
As the finishing work is being completed on one pier, work has already started on the Fisherman's Pier.
Behind me you will see work has just started on the Fisherman Pier, if I can call it that. That is where we are hoping to have all of these boats that are currently tied to this tender pier. They will now have to relocate to the Fisherman Pier. That would be extended about 60 feet, and the work started there this morning, and hopefully over the next month and a half it should be completed. That will be a wooden deck, which would make it a much quicker process, I will think, to have that completed. And when it's all said and done, for security reasons, we are going to have our fishermen use that particular pier until such time.
What we're doing, we're extending the wooden pier by 60 feet. At present, we're driving the piles to put for the framework for the pier to be put on. In about 2 weeks from now, we'll be removing the last of the forms on the cruise ship tender pier in Charlestown, and to complete that job, we'll install the cleats and the lighting and all that stuff right after. So we should be finished the Fisherman's Pier in about 2 weeks, along with the same time we're removing the forms for the other pier over there. So everything really went well. I think the project came out good from our point of view.
Reginald Francis of St. Kitts Marine Works, the contractor for the pier extension at the Charlestown waterfront. In related news, the official cruise ship season is expected to commence this Sunday. Here's Communications Officer Sheila James with the details in this evening's edition of the Ministry of Tourism's news in 60 seconds.
It is expected that our first call for the tourism season will welcome the arrival of the Star Clipper to Nevis on Sunday, 22nd of November at 12 p.m, with an expected 170 passengers.
In other news, the Nevis Tourism Authority will hold its annual marketing retreat tomorrow, Saturday, November 21st, in preparation for the development of the 2016 marketing plan for Nevis.
The event is by invitation only to specific stakeholders in the local tourism industry. It encompasses a full day of presentations and discussions on all major aspects of Nevis tourism promotion. Initiatives to be undertaken in North America, the Caribbean and the UK will be discussed. All of Nevis international representatives will be in attendance from the UK and North America and will be on hand to present the results of the 2015 plans and present proposals for 2016.
Communications Officer in the Ministry of Tourism, Sheila James. Attorney at law and Nevis's representative at the 7th Commonwealth Youth Parliament, Mikia Mills, was judged Best Speaker for her participation in the international conference held in Australia. Mills, who was chosen to represent Nevis by the local branch of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, says she is grateful to the NIA for affording her the opportunity. In a recent interview with the Nevis newscast, Mills told us how she was selected to represent the island.
The experience was a great one. I would encourage anyone to just put yourself out there. You can't get it unless you try. There was a selection process. I applied. I had to submit my CV, and I submitted my CV as well as the application form, and soon after I found that I was selected. I think what really put me over the edge was the fact that I am largely involved in a lot of public speaking activities. Apart from being an attorney, I also teach. So I think that they looked at the fact that, I was able to operate in a setting where I managed a large group, and they thought that that was a good thing. Also, I train pageant contestants in the public speaking area and interview skills. So I really do believe that that speaking aspect of my CV really did make the difference in selection.
The objective of the Commonwealth Youth Parliament, according to Mills, is not only to sensitize young people who have political aspirations to the workings of Parliament and the pressures of political life, but also to help them to develop their public speaking skills. She also had this advice for other young people.
I would advise them to take all opportunities which are concerned with public speaking. The skill of being a good orator is a skill unmatched. I think that when you have the ability to express yourself, it is a beautiful thing, because a lot of times we have knowledge, we know what we want to say, but we can't say it. And without being able to say it, people don't truly get the essence of who you are as an individual. Because we live in a small society, we tend to judge books by their covers. And a lot of the times I think that the substance is what really gets you to that point where you can be an individual and set yourself apart, thereby distinguishing yourself from the masses.
Mills also spoke of other benefits that are to be derived from taking advantage of such an opportunity.
As a group, we took quite a bit away. We still speak daily. We have a WhatsApp group. The Caribbean delegates, we have a WhatsApp group, and we still speak daily. It was an amazing experience. It allowed me to network with people from all around the world, and network not only with youth parliamentarians but also with actual parliamentarians.
One of those parliamentarians was the Deputy Premier and Minister of Youth in the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Honourable Akira Misick.
She's a young woman, just 32, and she's an outstanding individual, remarkable person. She would have, ignited a flame in me that I would have thought had gone out. Because looking at her as a young woman and looking at her achievements, looking at how well poised she is, looking at the fact that she's feminine, that really moved me, because I find that too many of our female politicians allow themselves to become a bit too masculine when they enter politics. They forget that they are first a human being, a woman, and I find that they allow that to be muddled. They get into parliament, they get into government, and they take pattern off of the male politicians. And I think that the fact that you can distinguish as a woman is a powerful thing, and it should never be lost.
The 7th Commonwealth Youth Parliament was held from November 1st to 5th in Darwin, Australia. Still to come, Nevis to be represented in this year's Caribbean Talented Teen Pageant. The details after this break.
Hey, it's your groovy soca monarch, your boy Speedy, and I'm here with the Inland Revenue Department, and I love love my side dish. And guess what? I also love Nevis too. And as a responsible taxpayer, your tax dollars help to build our nation. So I'm here to tell you, pay your taxes on time and be a responsible citizen. And don't get me wrong, it's a serious song. I pay my taxes. Boom!
Welcome back. The second edition of the Miss Sapphire swimsuit competition will take place tomorrow, Saturday, November 21st at Lime Beach Bar at Pinnis Beach. Earlier today, chairperson of the competition, Rennie Wilkinson, gave us these details about the contest.
This year we have 5 contestants. We have Tiwana Cranston, Patricia Clark, Tishel Sutton, Chelsea Liebird, and Shakoya Flanders. We decided to have the competition in November because there's a lot of activities going on in December. Last year we didn't have as many activities, so this year we decided, okay, since there's some carnival activities, there's also Gingerama, we just decided to push it up a little bit.
Wilkinson says this year there will be a new segment added to the competition.
This year we're having a new segment. It's called a sapphire wear. All the contestants were given a sapphire colored material and they had to create a 2-piece bikini. They have the 1-piece and also a 2-piece, which they get to choose whatever material or color or design that they like.
According to Wilkinson, the sponsors for the contest are Flow Telecommunications and Lime Beach Bar. She is encouraging persons to support the contest.
I'd like to take this opportunity to invite the general public of St. Kitts and Nevis to come on out on Saturday, November 21st, 9 p.m. to see the girls in their creative swimsuits. After we'll have band entertainment by Grandmasters.
The reigning Miss Sapphire, Sidama Jones, will also make an appearance at tomorrow's show and crown the Sapphire swimsuit competition winner for 2015-2016. Meantime, Sidama Jones will be one of 4 divisions who will be among the 6 contestants who will compete in the first National Carnival Swimwear Pageant. The pageant's subcommittee has officially announced the contestants for this year's swimwear pageant. They are contestant number 1, Shanika Joshua, contestant number 2, Vanessa Detouche, contestant number 3, Keelia English, contestant number 4, Roisha Demin, contestant number 5, Alessandra Hanley, and contestant number 6, Sidama Jones. The show is a new addition to the Carnival calendar, and the chairperson of the Swimwear Pageant Committee, Judy DuPont, says it will add an exciting element to the St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival. The main objective is to empower women to be self-confident and strive to be their personal best. The aim is not to just have 6 beautiful ladies display their physique, but also to give them a platform to showcase their personality and an opportunity to share with the public their different values and interests. During the reign of the winner, the National Carnival Committee will ensure that she is given the tools to personally and professionally enrich others through her chosen platform to effect positive change. Nevis will be represented in this year's Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen Pageant. The organizing committee has announced the confirmed contestants for the 36th edition of the pageant. The 9 teenage debutantes from across the region will compete for the 2015 Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen title. Representing Nevis will be 18-year-old Nina Jones. The other participating teens confirmed thus far are Miss Anguilla, 17-year-old Javoncia Proto, Miss Barbados, 16-year-old Bethany Payne, Miss Dominica, 16-year-old Lucretia Wallace, Miss Grenada, 18-year-old Aina Sinak, Miss Jamaica, 18-year-old Janelle Baldi, Miss St. Martin, 13-year-old John Delyn Brown, Miss U.S. Virgin Islands, 14-year-old Akira Pickering Haynes, and host Miss St. Kitts, 15-year-old Ricky Blake Brooks. The pageant is slated to take place on Tuesday, December 29th at the Sugar Mass Sugar Mill in Bastille, St. Kitts. Photos and biography information of the confirmed contestants were publicly revealed through the pageant's official Facebook fan page, www.facebook.com/Caribbean talented teen. Persons are encouraged to visit this fan page to see this year's contestants and also to click like to vote for Miss Photogenic. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Good night.